Andreas?
Hello, Whiplasher. It's Rowan from Silver Tiger Media. How are you?
Hey, man. How are you? I'm fine.
Very, very well indeed, thank you. It's a pleasure to speak with you, and thank you very much for your time.
No, thank you.
Would you prefer Whiplasher or Andreas?
It doesn't matter. Andreas.
It doesn't matter.
Right now.
Terrific. Congratulations on the perfect cult. Terrific. Thanks. Congratulations again on the perfect cult and your work with Nuclear Blast Records. I think it's absolutely your finest work to date. Can I ask what inspired the album?
I think this is a more kind of introverted album than the previous ones, I guess, and it's more private. I think it's also I think Stockholm, the city of Stockholm was, and really the dark aspect on the nighttime of that city was really a huge inspiration. And it's the songs are a lot about, almost situations or scenarios from different occasions, which has been kind of depraved in Stockholm. So I think what inspired us is that environment, kind of.
Fantastic.
And I guess I understood that more because I moved to Florence in Italy. That's where I live now. And I guess when, got some perspective on the album, I really understood that it was a lot about that, actually. So I would say Stockholm, Sweden, Scandinavia.
Fantastic, which gives your audience, of course, a deeper insight as well. You formed Deathstars in 2000, but how long have you all been working together?
Me and Emil Nightmare, we've been, we're childhood friends, and also we were active within the more extreme metal scene before Deathstars in Scandinavia. So, we've been friends all life almost. So, and always stuck together when it comes to the music. So I don't know really. I think it's 20 years or something.
Wow,
we've been having bands together.
Very long relationship.
About it. It's more than 20 years. It's 25. No. Yeah, it's more than 20 years. We've been stuck together, actually. Good questions. I haven't really reflected on that. But yeah.
That's fantastic. What a long relationship. Your look is very menacing and suits the music beautifully, but why the makeup?
No, I think the makeup is, as I told you, we were part of the more extreme metal underground, and also it's because of Kiss, and the bands in the like that, even back in the 70s, 80s, that we grew up with, and the black metal scene. And when we decided to do something else instead of like the black metal thing, which evolved into Deathstars, then we wanted to keep the nerve and the kind of the attitude or the vibe, kind of the emotional vibe of that music, even in Deathstars. So it was always supposed to be a kind of it's kind of visual extension of the music. We wanted to be more than a band that just walk up with the T-shirts and blue jeans. So it's a part of that.
It works so beautifully with the music too. You have such a tremendous singing voice. Do you remember when you realized that?
Well, thanks. No, the thing is that when we started to record the first album, which was very much of an experiment, we didn't really know what we did on the album called Synthetic Generation. I had written the songs and to record them with a totally different kind of voice, more of a rock and roll, not that dark. And we felt that it didn't really sync with the music. It didn't feel like they were in symbiosis, so to speak. And
yes, yeah.
So I was just trying that kind of voice. I was just making, I was just fucking around in the studio, kind of, and start singing like this.
Wow.
And then the other guys were at the mixing table. They said, like, that's the kind of voice we should have in the band. And then we just recorded it. So it was kind of, it wasn't planned at all.
And worked so well. With your voice and the lyrics to one side for a moment, the band is musically outstanding. How are you inspired as a group to create such a fantastic sound? Was it really an accident altogether, or was the sound sort of coming first?
Sorry, it's breaking up here. I don't know. It's been such a problem with the line. We just had an earthquake. Yeah, we just had an earthquake here. I don't know.
Oh no. Not good at all. No, it was just commenting on the band's outstanding musical abilities. But how does this new album differ from previous works?
How it's different?
Yeah,
as I mentioned, I think it's kind of more introverted. It's slower, it's darker, it's more melodic. It's not really an outgoing album in that aspect. There's really Night Electric Night was a bit more like that.
Yes.
But also I think it's for me it's much darker than the other albums.
Agreed.
Maybe it's because of how I felt during, and as I know, me and Nightmare discussed this at some point, just like, and I think it was just an album that we had to do, and I think maybe the next one will be a bit different from this one because now we feel like doing something maybe faster, more outgoing. So, but it was really something that we had to do. So it's for me, it's kind of different to the other albums, definitely.
Most certainly, and I think the introverted is such a beautiful turn of phrase to describe it. I'd have to ask for myself, Andreas, if I may, where does the name Deathstars come from?
Come again, please?
Where does the name Deathstars come from?
The name Deathstars?
Yes.
No, it was, I was just thinking that there are porn stars and movie stars and child stars, so there had to be a Deathstars.
Absolutely. Could I ask, how would you categorize your sound? Would you actually select a genre for yourself?
The thing is, it's just always been a hybrid Deathstars, and it doesn't belong to any genre, like, we don't play metal or something. So they've always called it Death Glam, and that became kind of a genre for other bands, I noticed. But I think it's just like a dark type of rock music,
Yeah, yep. It certainly is a music archetype. There's no two ways about that. We're absolutely thrilled that you're performing at the upcoming Soundwave Festival. What's your experience of Australian fans to date?
My experience of
Australian fans?
Australian bands?
No, Australian fans of your music.
No, fans. Okay. I have the worst line here. Connection.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we've been in Australia a couple of times on doing just club shows, which has been amazing. And for us, it's always cool to go to Australia since we're, so it's nice to go, to see that the music has some kind of impact. Since it's so much about us, in Europe, the European kind of music, it's rewarding to go to Australia. So I think it's been really great, And now it's going to be, we're really looking forward to all of us for the Soundwave Festival because it's, doing a festival thing in Australia.
Absolutely. And can I assure you, we're very excited that you're coming to Soundwave too. It will be fantastic. A great deal of thought obviously goes into the lyrics, but do you have a defining feature for all of your work? Is there one defining thing for you?
What? Can you ask me again, please?
My apologies. Yes, for all of your music, is there one defining feature?
All of our. I can't hear you. It's the line. It's breaking up.
I'm very sorry. Do you have a favourite track to perform from the album, from the new album?
Oh, the favourite track?
Yes.
I think that on this tour, it's been, we actually had a fantastic couple of months here in Europe touring, and it was
wonderful.
I really enjoyed playing. I recognized after a while was actually title track, The Perfect Cult.
Yes.
So that's gonna stick with us for sure for quite a while when it comes to the live set.
Absolutely, it's wonderful to listen to as well. It's a tremendous track. Do you? I have to ask you, and I mean this with the greatest of respect, Andreas. Do you have anything particularly interesting on your riders for backstage?
That happened backstage, or what?
No, do you have anything interesting for your riders for your requests for backstage?
No, yeah, I think every band that's ever had a rider always write fucked up things on it. You know, like I want 5 ducks hunt, 7 giraffes and 200 kilos cocaine, and I want a big poster of the Saturn news. The Saturn, yeah, and. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. But now I think that joke feels so boring nowadays. So we don't have anything. We took all that away. So now it's just a plain rider, unfortunately.
So no, I was hoping for something fun, but that sounds great in itself. Can I ask you, your sound is an archetype. It's a brand new genre in itself, and a wonderful sound. But do you have any musical inspirations yourself?
No, the thing is that I'm just the laziest consumer of music, at least when it comes to what's going on, in the music business. I just listened to whatever I listened to until I was like 15 years old, again and again. So it's the same albums all over again. So I guess that's what I get inspired by, and it's just the oldest rock bands, Of course. Still, yeah. It's Iggy Pop, MC5, Kiss, Velvet Underground.
Wow, fantastic. You so rarely hear MC5 being quoted as an inspiration these days. Are you there, Andreas? I'm sorry, my apologies. It's such a terrible line. I do apologise. Look, it's congratulations again on The Perfect Cult. It's a brilliant album and just such a fantastic progression from your earlier work. And it's wonderful that you're coming out to Soundwave. We cannot wait to see you here in Australia. It's going to be exciting indeed. Thank you again for your time, Andreas.
Thank you. Thank you a lot. And it's going to be great, I'm sure.
Indeed.
Maybe we can hang out and party.
I would look forward to that very much, Andreas. Thank you very kindly.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Take care.
See you when you get here. Take care.
Yeah, take care. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.